Hey peeps, welcome back to Gay by Gay. We're 2021.
Peeps?
It's
Peeps?
gonna be even worse.
I like how I immediately start, like, first thing, just, hey peeps, and I'm like,
Fam, my
Excuse me?
homies.
Peeps? Like the marshmallow candy?
Yes,
that's not until Easter.
it's 2021.
Oh boy.
Woo.
We all said the same thing about goddamn 2020, and
Yeah.
look at where we are now.
I honestly think we jinxed 2020.
I have
Honestly.
no hopes for 2021. I am, like,
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, 2020 has to be better. I am putting no expectations on 2021 because I don't want to be thoroughly disappointed again.
Everyone, I feel like, was like, oh yeah, it's the roaring 20s again. Like, everything's gonna come back, right? Yeah.
Did they forget that the Great Depression happened? Like,
Yeah.
that happened in the 30s, but, we just kind of sped it up by 10 years. It's fine.
Ignored it.
We were due for a plague. I mean, every 100 years we get a plague.
Yeah.
I think-
1820, 1920, 2020, just kind of made sense.
We're overpopulated.
That's where disease comes from, in herds.
In herds.
In herds.
With
Well, I mean,
cows.
what's a city if not a giant herd of people?
I guess so.
But we're not
There's
nomadic.
herds of Charlie.
No, but we're not exactly a flock either.
We're not a
Flock.
flock.
Abby Lee is a flock.
I'm a flock. I'm a whole flock.
Yeah.
Walk a flock of flame.
I'm a flock of flake. Anyways, is there anything you guys are hoping about for the new year?
Well, I mean, I know I've already said I'm not planning on making any resolutions necessarily because I feel like,
You just want to hate yourself less.
I mean, yeah, obviously that's like a goal.
Don't
all
we
year
all?
That's
round.
everyone's goal.
Yeah.
It's
Mine-
just kind of.
I just want to be less sad, but it's okay.
Be less sad.
I just don't want to put any expectations on this year or on myself because if I sit here and say, oh, I want to achieve blank, if I don't, like, if I'm not able to achieve that,
You're gonna be disappointed.
I'm going to be really angry with myself. I'm going to be disappointed, but
Hate
it
yourself
may.
even more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll hate myself even more, but I feel like it might not necessarily be within our power to do
Yeah.
stuff this year.
Yeah.
It really depends on the C-19,
Like
you know?
COVID, yeah.
It depends on how this vaccine and everything goes, and I'm not even going to get into my opinions on that because that's not what this podcast is about, so we're not going to touch on that.
I think this year I want to be more positive and I want to be more creative. Like, even when more things are taken away from us, I want to try to find ways around that. You know, I want to be creative. I want to get there.
I definitely want to be, like, I would say less depressed, but that's not what I mean. What I mean is, like, you know how sometimes it's hard
More
to find...
productive.
It's hard to find inspiration to
Yeah,
do
okay.
things
Yeah.
like, with the quarantine and the lockdown that
Yeah.
we especially have experienced where we live. It's just been really, really difficult to even go out because everything is pretty much here marked as non-essential. Like, a lot of people don't even have jobs anymore because they've been deemed as non-essential workers, which, I mean, I don't know what that means, saying, oh, you're non-essential, so you don't get to earn a living for yourself. So stress about
You're
that
not
for a
worthy.
while. You're not worthy to earn a living.
God.
You're not essential enough. But, I feel like it's just kind of difficult because what can you really do? Everything's locked down. You can't go out. You're not supposed to get together with people, like, outside of, like, your small circle of friends and family. And even then, it's recommended that you don't. They literally, where we live, just want us to stay on our own in our houses 24/7.
Meanwhile, like, the prime minister is, like, going out to, like, Costa Rica and stuff like that. And I was
Well,
like,
I mean, it's been bad enough that actually the province where we live, because I think we mentioned that we live in I think everyone probably has figured out where we live here in Gotham City. Our province is actually being taken to the
come
Crown
here, don't
Court.
get shot.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people find their lockdown methods unethical. So, I mean, that's how bad it is
Makes
here.
sense.
I mean, I've kind of joked before that I feel like the Gestapo is going to be, like, banging on the door at any second going, are you hiding people in your house? Because that's actually kind of what's happening here. I know they've set up check stops and everything to check cars, and they're checking...
Neighbors are calling on...
Neighbors are calling on each other to report people that are going over to other people's houses where they, quote-unquote, don't belong. Like, it's been bad here. It's been really, really bad. And so I don't want to put any expectations because... it may not be within your power to do anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
especially with the vaccine, when they're talking about getting, like, a vaccination passport and everything, and if you don't have one, you can't go anywhere. So it's just kind of like, I'd rather not put expectations on myself because I'm already going to be upset about not being able to go anywhere or do anything. If I also fail in my resolutions, I am going to melt.
well, at least, like, this year we're more prepared and we know, like, COVID. Last year we didn't.
We have
Last year
a
was a surprise.
we have a more realistic
we
idea
made,
of what to expect.
We made resolutions last year that we thought were going to, like, pan out, but they did not.
Well, I
because
mean,
of COVID.
I didn't. I almost never do the whole resolution thing, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna change, it's not because you do it on January 1st. You're gonna decide on a
but
random.
It's a new year.
You're gonna decide on a random Wednesday. You're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna take it seriously, and that's where it starts. It doesn't start, January 1st necessarily.
Well, I guess it's like a new year.
I just think for me in general, like, I just get so lost in being really, really negative about everything. Like, I'll get, like, a seed of inspiration, and I feel like I'll kind of shove it under even more because I just feel so negative and unmotivated and stuff.
So it's almost like you don't even, like, pursue it.
I just want to...
It's like, what's the point?
I just want to persevere.
That's the thing to fight against. Is the whole mentality of what's the point.
Yeah. I just want to persevere and find something to do that I can... Like, projects that I can do, complete, and be proud of.
I think, honestly, that's kind of where the podcast came from, because I know we really kind of started recording the podcast when
it started going
things really started getting locked down again after summer. That's when we kind of realized, like, we need another project on the side. I know for me, I needed something to do, so for me, we record these episodes together, but I'm the one who does all of the editing and stuff, just because I need something to do. I'm one of those people that prides myself on my productivity, and having nothing to do, because I run a business, I run a dance studio, that's been shut down at this point. What else do I do with myself? My other job was being a waitress. Well, restaurants were considered non-essential, so literally I'm out of a job, I'm out of a living, I'm out of everything, and what's my purpose in life? Because my purpose is to work. What do I do?
You're not working, you're just sitting at home.
And I hate it.
Petting your cat.
That's why I've been baking so much. Please stop me.
If we could give you guys some of our baking, we would, because it's so good.
It is so good.
Please stop me. Send help. Send
SOS.
I'm drowning in cookies.
So, talking about New Year's, did you guys, like, prior to the pandemic, have any traditions around New Year's? Like, what did you do usually?
I can't remember one time where I stayed up over, like,
really?
past one. Yes. I stay up every single other day, but I don't know.
New Year's for you is just like,
you just give up.
I'm like, I don't care.
Bye.
This year...
It's because everyone else is awake and they're, like, there's no way to escape them other than sleeping.
I'm just like,
you're just
okay,
like, fuck it.
Good night. But for 2021, I want to get rid of my my Hey Mama's phase.
Oh, yeah, your Hey Mama phase.
It's okay.
You want to grow out of your Hey Mama's phase?
I want to grow out of my Hey Mama's phase.
You will, naturally, with time.
I know. It's fine. But I also kind of want to be more motivated and, like, less... I want to find myself again.
Yeah.
It's been hard with the lockdown. It's been hard to find yourself because all of those ways that you used to identify who you were kind of, to some extent, were taken away because your motion was taken away, like, in society. Do you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't go and do the things that you did that made up part of your personality. So I feel like that's definitely been a bit of a challenge for a lot of people.
And especially with like, the new year, we're obviously still going to be, like, locked down, because I know my school's, like, we're going to full, like, remote and stuff like that. So
you want to know the really stupid thing? I have never once gone to like a New Year's party or anything, never had the urge. This year, I think just because we're locked down, I'm like, I want to go out, I want to do things. I'm like, what the fuck? That's not what I do.
I've had a couple of New Year's parties.
I never leave my house. Why the fuck do I want to leave now?
New Year's, I've gotten in trouble for something.
You know what it is? It's because I just don't like people telling me what to do.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, you want me to stay in my house? Fuck you, buddy.
Do you want to hear?
I ain't listening to you.
Do you want to hear a funny story about one of my New Year's parties?
Yes.
Oh, no.
So, basically, one of my first New Year's parties was the first time I ever kissed MD when I was a teenager. My ex-boyfriend who I was with for almost 4 years.
No, I just took a drink of coffee and I think I, like, threw up in my mouth a little bit.
And then the year after that, we were broken up at that point still. However, we were talking again. We were on good terms, but not, like, about to date yet.
This is when you were still trying to hide it from me, and I just kept, like, side-eyeing you, like, bitch, I know.
This is also when my drinking was a little out of control.
Oh.
So,
anyway.
You say a little, and the look you gave me was just so fucking society. I was like, bruh.
I threw a New Year's party, and I invited MD, a couple of our friends, and one of his best friends that he doesn't even really like, and I hated.
Why the fuck do you invite them?
Because he was in the friend group, and I didn't want him to be left out, and I wanted...
You didn't like him?
I didn't like him.
Why the fuck?
I didn't want him to be left out.
But if you don't like this person, why do you care?
Because I do care. You know me. I care about everyone.
I mean, I say that as someone who also would have made the same decision as you, but... Yeah.
However, if I'm drinking, I do not care about everyone. So I had...
If I'm drinking, I do not care about everyone.
I didn't I wasn't in the mood to see MD at my own party.
You weren't?
I was not in the mood to see
Why
him.
the fuck did you invite him? And
drunk
why
thoughts
the
are
fuck did you
sober
take him
thoughts,
back?
so-
I drank a whole bunch, and this friend
I would drink too if MD was my boyfriend.
I drank so much, and this guy that MD was friends with, that I hated, every time he would talk, and I was blacked out at this point, every time that he would talk, I would tell him to shut up.
Oh.
At my own party.
I love that.
I think it's hilarious now, but I was incredibly embarrassed.
You were like mortified.
However, this one guy actually asked while I was blacked out, and he knew I've been drinking.
Well, obviously.
He said, "Oh, aren't you gonna kiss MD on New Year's?"
Fuck
and
no.
I did.
God damn it.
I know, I shouldn't have. Oh
That's
my
nasty.
gosh.
I'm sorry.
It was, and I didn't know. Someone had to tell me.
That you had done it?
Yeah. And then he was like, no, I had to text him and apologize because I just told him to shut up so much.
Ooh.
And then he was like, oh, sorry, I told you to kiss your ex. And I went, what the fuck?
You did what?
You did what?
I did
And
what?
then I immediately text MD and be like, did this happen?
Did I kiss you?
And
Oh,
he's
no.
like, yeah.
Uh,
That was embarrassing.
God.
New Year's is not a fond memories for
I
me.
love how you felt bad about, so you invited him. That's like the exact opposite I would do. I would
Yeah.
text that person and be like, yo, I don't want you coming here. I'm inviting all these other people and I don't care. You
I
stay
can't.
home.
I just can't believe
You stay
You
home.
stay home.
Can you imagine me being mean
No.
to a person?
No.
Well,
Well-
you guys haven't seen me
Well-
drunk. Gladly.
I mean,
I can picture it.
You've drunk texted me. So you've actually drunk called me before.
I've drunk called you. That was dark time.
Yeah.
That was dark time.
That was
We've
a dark
had
time.
dark times.
That was funny. I was just sitting out on my goddamn balcony in my apartment,
Yeah.
sitting in
All
my
of a sudden, drunk Aaliyah.
drunk Aaliyah fucking calls me and she's crying and yelling into the phone,
Yeah.
and I was just sitting there on because I have
Not
this
even phased, just
hanging
yeah.
swing
Yeah.
on my
Yeah.
I
Just
almost called it a
chilling.
porch. It's not a porch. It's a balcony.
Yeah.
But I was just sitting there and I was like, what the fuck do I do? Oh my
good?
God. Is she okay? What the fuck? She sounds drunk. I think she's drunk. Oh no.
Anyways, 2021
Anyways,
will
guys.
be my second year of being
Let's-
sober.
Let's
Yay!
just stop talking about Aaliyah drinking and get
Yeah.
on to the fact that Aaliyah doesn't drink anymore.
I don't drink anymore,
2021.
thankfully.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I don't drink anymore.
So are the rest of us.
Yeah, it was bad for me. I was out of control.
It's okay.
But you know what? You actually had the willpower
It was-
to change
Yeah.
that for yourself.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people
But
who
can't
get
do that.
A lot of people who get
Yeah.
into addiction says I can't help it.
Yeah.
You said, "No way, that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do it." And you went cold turkey.
Yeah.
You didn't have
I
any
did.
forward progress, only to
Yeah.
backtrack a little bit. You went one day cold
Yeah.
turkey. I'm going to stop,
Decided.
and you stopped.
Well, it's because I called some pretty girls some bad words, and I didn't like that. So I stopped. That's the reason
You
why I
stopped
stopped.
because you're a goddamn
God.
lesbian.
yeah, you're like, oh
You
my
stopped
god.
because
I
you're a
felt
I-
so bad that I had been mean to these girls who were helping me.
You know what I find interesting, and I
What?
don't know if you've connected the dots
What?
here. You get blackout drunk at a party, you yell at a guy for talking too much, and you kiss your ex, and you're just like, "Aw, damn, man." You get blackout drunk, you call some pretty girls mean names, and then you decide to completely change your life.
Yeah.
Because that went against your morals and
Oh,
priorities.
I don't want to be mean to people. Well,
No,
Specifically
you
girls.
didn't. You didn't
mean to
care.
girls.
I was gonna say you don't want to be mean to girls. How did you not know you were a lesbian?
I question that every single day.
God.
that's a big topic.
You were so gay, Leah.
I know.
Gay Leah.
Gay Leah.
Gay, Leah.
For whipped cream called Gay Leah.
Oh my
It's
god.
a brand here
Yeah.
to explain why we keep talking about gay Leah.
Gay, Leah.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gay Leah.
Me. Is there any big purchases you're wanting to make in the new year?
Fuck no, are
No.
you kidding me? I can't
Save the
afford
money.
jack shit. I'm not essential.
I'm non-essential.
I don't have a fucking
We don't
job.
matter to anyone.
I run a small business. The government told me that I don't deserve to earn a living, so shut it
2020,
down.
2021 goals: overthrow the government.
2020 goals: rise up, overthrow the government, take
Rise up,
control.
Reenact the French Revolution.
Yep. You know who's gonna take control?
Who?
My goddamn mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Oh my
joked
God.
before that my mom is what I would refer to as a go-getter.
Yeah.
I would definitely say we've joked before, going through small bumpkin towns on
Yeah.
the way to various dance
The
competitions.
second day, she lives here, she'll be married.
It was
Yeah.
first day, mom's gonna run for town counselor,
Yeah.
and then the second day she's going to be mayor,
Yeah.
and she's just going to strip the town
Oh,
and
yeah, of
remake it
course.
from the ground up. So absolutely,
build
my
an
mother
empire.
would take
Yes.
over and she would build her empire.
God.
She is the
Love
next
that.
queen.
She is.
She is a queen.
Well, she's
I
a
love her,
leader.
though.
She
is.
oh she is.
She's a leader type.
I think that's where I get my stubbornness from, as much as my mom likes to say, oh, that came from your father's side of the family. I'm like, okay,
Another thing I want to do is I want to work on being I don't want to be more assertive. I want to be more, how do I say? I want to be able to disagree with people.
I was about to say, I want you to be able to state your opinions, because so often you look at people and you're just like, oh, whatever you want. And I'm like, bruh, I know you have opinions, like, use them. Use your opinions. Use your opinions. Ooh, you know what would be interesting, just sitting here thinking about this? I think I'm at least very bad at saying, like, what I want to do for myself. What about if we each named, like, a resolution that we want for each other?
For each other?
Yeah. I like how you both just stare at me, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
I wish for you
that I would shut the fuck up.
No.
That I would stop talking.
I think that's their resolution.
I wish.
That's the listener's resolution. Just please, Abby, shut the fuck up. No one cares.
I wish
you're like the one non-gay one who cares what you have to say.
You don't even like sex, Abby. Why are you talking?
Why are you talking? You are irrelevant.
I wish for you a heart and for you a brain.
Hey.
I love you guys. I want you...
Bitch, who needs the brain? You're the one infected with brain goo.
Radical idea. I want you to ditch the whole I can't help myself trope and focus on you, because
She's
you
a fucking
live
Libra.
your life.
She can't help it.
I'm also...
I was like, excuse me? Pot kettle black.
Pot kettle black.
Because I want you to live your life the way you want to live it.
She doesn't know.
I think I understand what you're
She
saying.
doesn't know.
I think I understand what you're saying. Like, I do often say I help others because I can't help myself.
Oh, yeah.
That's just not a true thing.
I sent you a post the other day, and it was like, the therapist friend in the group is the one that needs the most therapy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's you.
For sure.
For you, Miss Charlie.
What?
I would like you...
Stop petting her face.
It's okay.
That's non-consensual touching.
What do I wish for you? You're just so...
That's fine.
You're a teenager, so...
I realized that the
hard.
other day, but it's
Things
okay.
are hard for
that
you.
you're a teenager?
No, it's okay.
It's hard to be a teenager.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Like, I realized I'm a real teenager. Not when I was 12 years old trying to be one.
Bruh. You're like...
Maybe 15.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, you're a couple years into being a teenager. What are you talking about?
I'm just dumb.
I'm like a real teenager.
I'm a real
Aaliyah,
boy.
you're about to not be a teenager
know.
because you're turning
Sweet
20.
That's gross.
That is gross.
You're gonna be an...
You think
an
you're
Annie.
bad. I'm gonna be fucking 25.
Yeah.
Vomit.
Vomit.
Blech.
Vom.
Vom.
I can
Disgusting.
understand that being a teenager is really, really hard, and I know it's really hard. I just want you to be... How do I say? I want you...
Classy.
I don't want you to bottle things up.
I see that for you.
She looks at me nervously. I just want you to be able to express your emotions freely.
Okay.
I'm therapist
Thank
today.
you.
Sure.
I like that resolution.
Yeah.
Will I be able to achieve it? No.
Hey, believe in
You're
yourself.
getting off on the wrong foot,
But
dear.
no, but...
I'm like a fairy godmother today.
Well,
Believe
What
in
I want-
yourself.
That's normally my role
what I
for you,
want for
too.
you guys...
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you for rubbing my knee.
You're welcome.
Why are you touching
Like the
each other?
like the Buddha.
Yeah.
Like my Buddha belly.
That's a kneecap.
Like my Buddha belly.
Like my Buddha belly.
That's a kneecap.
It's a baba booey.
Good luck, Baba Booey.
You don't say it right.
But bongos.
Baba Booey.
For 2021, I want you to be able to say baba booey right. I think I want you.
Ew.
You want me? I was tingling thinking about it.
You guys are gross.
We don't talk about the tingles.
Ew, that voice.
We don't talk about the tingles. God, Abigail.
We given Abby a psychotic break. Anyways, what do you wish for me?
I think I want you to...
Stop it.
What else am I supposed to say? I don't know. Find something else. Not that. I think myself.
For you, I want.
Yes. For you, I want. I think I want you. Stop. God. Okay, I'm gonna go to Abby.
I don't want me either. Please. That's gross.
The only one who wants you is creepy dude.
It's all the creepy dudes.
I know, it's fine. They like
no one normal ever wants
They
that.
like
I
your
think
legs.
It's the red hair.
Your legs are the most beautiful legs.
It's the red
I've
hair.
ever seen in the
It
world.
attracts creeps like a moth to a flame.
Oh my god,
That's
that's so
it.
true. It's fiery red like your pubes.
Stop it. You're
I've
not
never
wrong,
seen
but
them, by the
stop
way.
it. Stop it.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
You
Move on.
Stop it. You have not. That is a lie.
I never said I did.
Stop it.
Anyways,
Stop it.
I think for you, I want.
Okay, that'll work.
I want you to know how much you mean to others and how much you're worthy of things.
Aww.
Really though.
That actually makes me
You're always
emotional,
like,
dude.
I'll like tell you something and you'll be like, ah, fuck no. I'm
Fuck
like,
no.
Abby. And I'm like, really
no.
though? Like, you really do lots for us. And you're like, nah, I do like the bare minimum. And I'm like, shut up.
It's the helper in me where
I know.
enough is never enough unless it's talking about me, in which
Yeah.
case I deserve nothing. That's the sick mentality here.
I deserve nothing.
I deserve nothing.
I deserve nothing. It's why I have no meaningful relationships outside of the people that I choose to help.
You need therapy?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways.
I mean, that's just a statement.
I can psychoanalyze you in a different episode.
That's just a statement.
For you, Malia, I want you to.
Yes.
What do I want?
What do I want?
What do I want?
What do
Aaliyah
I
to
want? I have the compulsion to lick you.
No.
Okay.
I wonder if she tastes like something.
Stop. Stop. Don't.
I feel like you taste artificial.
Are you calling her fake?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
Like-
I probably just taste like marble stone.
Like artificial. Maybe.
I feel like, I'd probably just taste like marble.
Marbles.
You lost yours, so you wouldn't know what those taste like.
They all went to you. That's what you.
I
that's
stole
why you-
your marbles.
That's why you taste my marbles now.
This one
because
isn't
I
that
stole
deep.
yours? Okay.
But I want you to be more invested with me and Abby in our talks.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, just the other day we were like talking. Well, you guys were talking. I was not invested at all.
Mhm.
And you guys were talking. And I was like, this is weird being on this side. And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, yeah. How does it feel, Ilya? You're like, I like it. I want you to be more brain.
I think
Brain.
I think it comes back to the fact that we want her to be a little more opinionated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just where she has opinions and normally you absolutely back
No.
off and you're just kind of like.
Lately, you kind of been, though.
I was gonna say you and I had like a 2-hour conversation
I was just
about
laying there.
yeah, you were like laying there playing
Usually it's
around
me and
like
you
doing
talking
chest
too.
stands.
Yeah.
But you and I, Leah, had like a 2-hour conversation on what it means to be kind of in the gray area of
Yeah.
LGBT, like where you're kind of there but you're not, and some people accept you but some people don't.
Yeah.
Like
I just feel the reason I do that is that I feel more comfortable speaking about things that I've experienced. If I'm like
you don't like conjecture.
I don't like debating about things that I'm not involved in.
That's fair. Whereas you and I, Charlie, just
Yeah.
like to seek knowledge. So
Yeah.
we like to debate each
I
other
look
because
for
we
things,
gain
yeah.
knowledge from different perspectives. Aaliyah, I think you
I
get
feel
a
like you
little
very much
intimidated
search
by
for
that.
the
Yeah.
things that you like and are interested in.
I just feel like I have no place in a debate when I don't know anything about a certain topic.
That makes sense.
I see your point.
I don't have anything to add.
I definitely do want you to be more opinionated, though.
Yeah.
You know, like I want. Not that I think you're not opinionated, because I think you are. I want you to be brave enough because I think you're so afraid of offending other people and upsetting other people that you don't say it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
it.
I want you to be less afraid of hurting others' feelings because I think other people look at you and they want to know what you think.
Yeah.
They want to know what you have to say.
I think me holding back is more of a survival method than anything.
A survival method.
Well-
it's being afraid of losing people, I
Well,
think, for you.
I guess so. Yeah.
If you never disagree with people, what reason do they have not to like you?
I guess so.
Yeah, I see that for you.
Yeah, you see that for me?
I do.
What do you wish for me, Abby?
A reduction in brain goo production. Production.
At least it's productive.
No, that's the
No.
opposite of what that does.
I spread my goo on you all.
Are you Dracula?
No, that's my job.
Yeah.
Back off, bitch.
You're too white and you taste artificial, apparently. Don't ever make that sound and look at me like that ever again. God.
No, in all reality, I kind of agree just on the concept that I want you to be a little bit stronger in your opinions.
Mm-hmm.
But more than that, I think I want you to be even happier. I think I want you to get even more involved in, I wouldn't say necessarily the gay community, but I want you to continue connecting with people who will help you heal from your
Yeah.
past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen you go from the lowest low that I've
Yeah.
ever seen you at to hitting one of your highest peaks.
Yeah.
Glowing.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I want that to continue for you. I don't want this to be another steady
Drop.
downslide where
Yeah.
you needed to change so you hit a peak and then you're going to go back down. I want you to keep going. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
keep moving up the mountain.
I think that's the weird thing about me being happy. Like, my baseline of happiness is so much higher now
Oh, yeah.
than it was.
Yes.
And just, like, I'm waiting for it to drop down, and it just hasn't happened yet.
And that's what I mean. I don't want you to live like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. I want you to keep going.
Yeah.
You have come so far and you have made so much progress, and I just want even more of that for you
Yeah.
in the new year.
Yeah.
And then for you, Charlie, this is a bit of a tough one.
I know.
It's
It's just hard because, I mean, from my perspective at least, you're, like I say again, you're a teenager, so things change very, very fast.
very quickly.
Yeah.
I think if I could say anything for you, I want you to take your time, figure out who you are, because I feel like to some extent you very much fluctuate right now because you don't know where you are. It's why you're cycling so fast through different phases.
Yeah.
And I don't mean this in the sense that you're not a lesbian. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's a phase. That's not my mentality here. Because, I mean, I remember when you decided, Abby, I want to be vegetarian, a lot of people around you were like, oh, it's just a phase. It'll last a few months. And I remember looking at everyone being like, no, I think she's serious, guys. And you're, what, 2.5 years? Almost 3 years?
No,
vegetarian?
it's going to be 2 years.
It's going to be? I feel like it's been so much
I know,
longer.
right?
Weird.
It's weird.
But I feel like for you, ever since you kind of came out as being gay, you've been cycling very hard and very fast through how you want to identify, how you, like, what you want your aesthetic to be and everything else. I think I want you to take your time and stop jumping from thing to thing so frequently, and I don't want you to feel like you need to fit into a box. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, I check off this and this and this, so I must be of this type. Like, I don't want that for you. You are an individual, and I want you to stay as an individual. I don't want you to be like, well, if I'm going to identify as masc, I need to be like this, and I need to act like this, and I need to do this. Like, I don't want that for you. I want you to be Charlie just as purely as you are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I have loved you since I met you. I have loved you for many years at this point. I have a good sense of who you are, and I feel like right now you are quite confused about who you want to be.
Yeah.
I just want you to I want you to take your time and figure out who Charlie really is, because ultimately at the end of the day, Aaliyah and I will always love you. I know you've gotten a little bit of pushback from some of your family.
Yeah.
Just them kind of teasing you about being gay, and even kind of teasing you, oh, because you're a little more masked now.
Yeah.
Just kind of, oh, what are you, trans?
Oh my God.
Like, I don't want that for you, and I don't want you to feel insecure. Just knowing that Aaliyah and I will always accept you for who you are, no matter who that is. And I don't want you, as I said, to just be like, oh, I have to be like this.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be masked, I have to be like this.
Yeah.
That's not you. You're not a box. You're not a checklist. You are you.
I'm built like
Stay
a box,
that way.
though.
You and me both, honey. The only one with curves here is Aaliyah.
Yes, unfortunately.
Hey, you're lucky.
What do I need hips for?
I don't know.
I do think it's funny that, like, one of the most...
It's eye candy.
You want to be the most androgynous, and you have the most curves.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
It's kind of adorable.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But no, that's all for this episode. So let us know if you kind of have any resolutions for yourself, if there's anything you want for your new year, if you have any, like, a significant other, you know, what do you want for them? What do you want for the people around you? Because sometimes I feel like you have a better sense of others than you have of yourself.
What do you think you guys, like, would want for us, too? Because you guys...
That's guaranteed. Number one comment. Abby, can you please stop talking?
Shut the fuck up, Abby.
Shut the fuck up. No one cares about the ace, okay?
Charlie, stop chewing.
Charlie, stop chewing. Aaliyah, learn to laugh. Abby, shut the fuck up.
Stop chewing. That's it. Learn to laugh. Anyways, take it gay by gay, guys. Happy 2021.
Bye.